Hey friends, hey family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal Blue. I do Christian content. I also do what's called the word of the day. I also have videos and shorts of me and my family having fun together. And I also have inspirational shorts and running fitness shorts. So if you like that laundry list of things that you heard, don't forget to like, subscribe, but most of all, share. For those of you returning, happy Monday. Hope everybody is having a blessed Monday so far, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. My weekend actually was very blessed. It was very relaxing. It was very chilled. Only one bad thing happened. I found out that my favorite aunt passed away over the weekend from complications with cancer. And it sucks because y'all just heard me talk about that I just lost my uncle last month to cancer. And cancer is just ravaging my family, which is crazy because growing up, it wasn't something that we knew that ran in the family. It was just basically diabetes and like high blood pressure and hypertension. We didn't even know that cancer ran on any side of our families, but it doesn't even have to run in your family. People are just getting cancer for whatever reason. And I'm like, people are just dying and my family is just being taken out. And I was just washing dishes when my mom called me and told me that my aunt passed away. I'd gone, well, when she told me that she was in hospice, when my mom called me and told me that my aunt was in hospice, I went into the kitchen and started washing dishes and I was like, Lord, you just taking my family out, man. And I was like, well, I guess everything's for a reason. And I just kind of sighed about it. And then when she called me 2 days later saying that she had passed away, I was just like, man, I wasn't even sad because I knew that it was coming, but it still sucks. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. In the book of Job, we know how Job suffered. Job lost everything and he got boils and sores all over his body. And Job was just like asking God, why? What the heck, man? What's going on? And then God pretty much came back with a rhetorical question. And it is in Job 41 and 11. And God says to Job, he says, who has a claim against me that I must pay? Everything under the heaven belongs to me. So basically, God is telling Job, who are you to question me? I own all this. I own everything. I am sovereign. I do what I want to do. And if you guys remember, God allowed the devil to mess with Job. Satan asked God, he said, can I do what I want? And he said, you can, but don't kill him. So the enemy attacked and God let it happen because Job was a faithful servant. He was a good man. And this was a test to see how he would act under pressure. And Job was going through it. And his friends were like, man, what kind of God do you serve that he let all this stuff happen to you? And then Job was like, man, maybe he isn't really that great. And then he really started questioning things. He started crying out to God and saying, what is going on here? Why is this happening? But in the back of Job's mind, he knew that God was sovereign and that God loved him despite what he was going through. But at a point, Job was like, curse the day I was ever born. Like, why is this happening to me? And I think in life, we feel that way. When things just start happening, we're like, what the heck, man? What's really going on here? I don't understand it. And it's not meant for us to understand. And in this verse, this is what God is saying. He said, who has claim against me that I must pay? Everything under the sun belongs to me. All this belongs to me. And it honestly made me think earlier of Denzel Washington's character in Training Day when he said, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. And this is what God is saying. He said, I am it. I made this happen. Don't you worry about it. I am sovereign. You just got to sit back and let it happen. And even though we get upset or we get confused and we're like, Lord, why is this happening? Why are my relatives getting sick? Why are they dying? Why did I lose my job? Why did I go through this divorce? Why did I lose my child? You wonder all these things in your life. Why did these things happen? Just know that He is sovereign and all these things happen for a reason. They might not make sense to us, and they never do because our tiny human brains, we can't fathom, we can't comprehend what God's trying to do. Again, he made it all. He sees it all. He knows it all. So who are we to question our maker? Who are we to ask him, well, what are you doing? And he looks at us and say, hey, I created you. You sit back and be quiet and let me do my work. And yeah, it sounds like okay, but that's when that trust comes in. We have to have that faith and that trust and rely on him and know that he's got us. And let me tell you, I've been through some things. I've had family members go through some things. And it's just like sometimes you want to question and you have to wonder, but guess what? You still have to give him the glory and the praise because in the moment, it doesn't make any sense at all. You're like, what's going on? What's really going on? And you might not even see it till maybe 10, 15 years later down the road. It'll all make sense. And you'll be like, oh, that's why I went through that. Oh, that's why that had to happen. But while we're in the thick of it, we're questioning, we're asking, we want to know, we're confused, what's going on. We just have to remember He's sovereign. He loves us. He is faithful as long as we are faithful, but He's sovereign. He's going to do what He wants. And it doesn't make sense. And it sounds like He's being cold and cruel. And I've heard non believers say that. Well, what kind of God do you serve? If there was truly a God, why did 9/11 happen? And I'm like, you know what? God didn't cause 9/11. It was those people that flew the planes into the buildings, So you can't blame everything on God, but do know that God is moving and has His hand in certain things. And again, our human brains can't put it together because we don't understand His grander plan. And we probably never will. There may be little bits and pieces. Let's say there's this whole book and we have a tiny flashlight and we can see a few words here and a few words there and a few words here and a few words here. Maybe in certain parts of our lives, we'll see more of the book and it'll make sense. But I don't think any of this will make sense until we are gone from this place. That's what I truly believe. None of it's going to make sense until we are truly gone from this place. I honestly feel when we are finally with Him in heaven, He's going to finally explain to us, this is why this happened in your life. But for now, we just have to trust and believe and know that He is God and He is taking care of it, even if it doesn't make a lick of sense and it makes us scared, sad, or mad. He's asking us to lean in and lean on and just surrender everything and just give it to Him because He said His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And that's just something that we've got to trust. All right. So again, this came from the book of Job and it was chapter 41, verse 11. Remember, He rules the world. He did it all. He paid it all. So let's just go with it. All right. I hope this blessed you guys. Take a moment, if you will, to read the book of Job. It is a long book, but I promise you there's a lot of good stuff in there. So again, I hope this blessed you guys. I love you guys. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.